Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, sweeps to his right, gets to the 20. He's at the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's down to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He dies. Touchdown, 49ers. 7 on the Ravens' 27-yard line. 49ers into the backfield. Gets on third down. He'll take it himself. For first down. Alex Smith is in. Touchdown.
His left hip. Third down. Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in the post, and it's good. Touchdown. Touchdown 49. But it's second down. Ryan takes the snap. Goes to slant to the left side. It's Russell. Intercepted. The 49ers pick it. And Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
Kaepernick shoots it. Hold everybody. Colin Kaepernick. What a game. Touchdown.
Yeah. Huh? Click. Oh, get Kyle off of there. No, Kyle. Bad Kyle. That's not how this is supposed to happen. I can't. Where is Kyle? Click.
There it goes.
Boom. What's going on, people? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, and we're here to bring you guys more Madness at Midnight, episode 1, and a little bit of homage to our March Madness series that was wildly successful. I really had a lot of fun with that. We decided to do a spinoff. We're going to go through 40 days and 40 dark nights of no 49er news, no NFL news, really. So we decided to do something like that again. We're going to open up the floor and let you guys ask us a bunch of questions. But before we do, we'll let you guys know how this is going to be a little different, okay? Now, I am 49ers Mike _NFL. You can see that right here, okay? On this side is my guy, Brian. He is Stater _Niner, okay? Now, what's going to be different is this. Last time we were doing this, it was just 15 minutes. This time we're going to do a minimum of 20 minutes, no more than 30 minutes. And there is a hard cutoff, okay? Any hesitancy, any lack in questions or anything like that, boom, we're gone, we're done, all right? But what we're going to do in the very beginning is that if there is any news, if there is anything to discuss, we will do that briefly, allotted to only within the first 5 minutes. That's the last time you're going to hear an intro. From now on, we're just starting. So we got a minute and 30 seconds to discuss this, B. So I'm going to ask you how you're doing after we discuss, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So these are the latest topics for the 49ers that I have seen. And if I'm missing something, please feel free to let me know. Oh, shit. I forgot to load them up. Hold on. Let me see if I can load them up here. All right. Here's the first one here. That is. Yes, this is the first one here. So Matt Mayoko tweets out, okay, Justin School, torn ACL, cleared waivers, which means he remains with the 49ers and goes on injury reserve. He does not count against the team's 90-man roster limit. Now, what I wanted to ask you, because you're the guy that, knows all this stuff and you're, like the cap guy, what does this mean for his salary? That's what I want to know from you.
We're 100% responsible for his salary this season.
Are you serious?
Yes. Every time somebody goes on the IR or PUP, we're responsible for their salary. Just the way it works, unfortunately. That's kind of the problem we ran into last year when we had 20 some odd people on IR.
That's garbage. All right, whatever. I don't have anything else to say about that. All right, here's the other one here. Former 49ers, now Eagles, have signed quarterback Nick Mullins. Any thoughts on that, B?
I'm happy for him. He found a place. He's going to get a paycheck. You know, CJ found his home. Now Nick's got a place to be, you know, and it's not with us, which is perfectly okay.
Hey, did he have to have that off-season surgery? Do you remember?
I thought he did.
He did, right? That's what I thought too.
I think that's probably why it took him so long to find a landing spot, because he had to get cleared.
Yeah. I know it was like more of a cleanup. It wasn't the Tommy John surgery or whatever they were saying it was. And last but certainly not least, the 49ers have made a myriad of I wouldn't say roster moves, but shuffling in the front office. I'm not going to go through them all here. We will break this down later on, but we did want to show you guys that there were a bunch of promotions and moving around in the 49ers organization concerning their coaching staff. Well, not coaching staff, but the front office personnel and the executives.
Wish I knew they were looking for a salary cap manager.
Yeah, look at that. Jeff Diamond. I never heard his name before either. And yet there he is. So it's cool to see that was up there. There's some other big names and other, things to touch on, but we'll do that at another time, okay? Sounds good. What we're going to do now is open up the floor to everybody out there in the chat. Again, shout out to all of you guys. Let's talk some Niners or whatever it is that you guys want to touch on. So I'm going to look for the very first question that I see here. And I think this is it. I didn't read this all the way through, so if it's inappropriate,
that looks like the first one. Yeah.
Do you believe if 49ers stuck with Jeff Garcia in early 2000s, 49ers would have won a Super Bowl rebuild around him?
I don't.
I felt like Jeff Garcia was fun to watch, just wildly inconsistent.
Sounds right.
And so it was like, yay, Jeff. And then there was like, no, Jeff, like, what are you doing? Like that's just how I remember him. And I don't have the fondest memories of him. I don't have the worst memories of him either.
Right.
I know that you always want to watch him because anything could happen type of thing. That's how I felt with Jeff Garcia.
No, and unfortunately, those few years right through that area is when I was getting ready to join the submarine force. And so there was a lot of studying and stuff happening and me being gone. So I missed a lot of that stuff during that period of time.
All right. I had to go on mute because my dog starts barking. I moved my mic. It knocked on the table, and he thought someone was at the door.
Oh, yeah. They lose their minds.
Yeah, he's going crazy. He's still doing it. Any possibility we see Lance in a pistol when he plays? Do you guys think we can dethrone Tampa in the NFC? What's your guys' favorite flavor of ice cream / gelato? He typed the flavor with a U, so he's from where?
Canada.
Or the UK, right? All right. Let's break these questions down. Thanks, DJ Malone. We appreciate them. I'll let you go first. You want to you answer the whole? Nah, we'll ping pong off each other. Like
you want to do just the first question, second question, third question? Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think that we see Lance in any special situations. I don't think they're going to utilize him that way, like a Taysom Hill kind of thought process, because I think that they're trying to get him prepared to take over Jimmy's spot. They're not trying to play trickery. I don't think that's the thought process with him at all.
Brian, I was 100% with you there. What's the matter? I was 100% with you there up until this very, very moment. I really thought there was either he's playing and he's in there or he's not on the field, right? But there were a couple of games last year where the Niners blew their opponents out. Not last year, the year before. I'm sorry, when we were healthy. Think back to that Panthers game.
Yep.
That was one-sided very, very early. There was another game that was similar. But I think that in situations like that, we can see Trey Lance get garbage time, and it could be significant if it's like halfway through the third quarter and we have a 3 or 4 score lead.
I have no doubt that we will see him at some point throughout the season in different situations, but I don't think that they're going to be installing any trick plays or see him have pistol formations just for him for a given scenario. I don't think you're going to see the switch off like they did with Taysom Hill and Drew Brees, because I think that's what this question kind of is alluding to.
Yeah. It's specific about pistol. Okay.
Right.
Now pistol is when he's in shotgun and there's still a running back behind. No, wait.
Right. Next to him,
right?
I don't know. That's you can.
Is it pistol? He's in shotgun with a running back next to him, right?
Basically, yeah.
Is that what pistol was?
Or dual.
Or two backs
Right.
behind him. That's what it was. So it could be a handoff to the left or to the right. Actually, I think Kyle will put some wrinkles in like that with the running backs that we drafted. Who's going to be on this team? Gallman or I know some people don't believe he'll make the team. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I think we could see that. It would probably be favorable for the Niners. I mean, that's a dangerous formation. I just hope they don't start running him.
No, I could have. I don't want to say 100%, but I was pretty sure I heard Kyle talk. Someone asked about that specifically in one of the conferences or the pressers, and I was pretty sure that Kyle. I mean, granted, he's not going to give away his game plan. He's not going to tell you anything, right? But I don't think it's in their thought process because of what they plan to do or what the ultimate goal is for Trey. Is to take over that spot. I just don't think we don't see Jimmy doing trickery. I don't think you're going to have Lance out there doing trickery. If he comes into play, it's going to be to play the book, and I don't think they're going to be doing any of those weird fade passes to the quarterback or,
right.
like we did in the Super Bowl with Brady and Foles or whoever did it. Yeah.
Now, do you think we see can the Niners dethrone the NFC reigning champs?
Absolutely. To be fair, if you go back and look at last season, there were some of those games that Tampa Bay won that I think it was just the other team was afraid they were playing Brady. I mean, I just don't. They were not. From my point of view, they shouldn't even have been in that game, let alone won it. If the Chiefs had not lost their two of their starting linemen the week prior or 2 weeks prior, whatever it was, I think that would have been a whole different ball game.
I would the hater, maybe the pro Niner guy in me wants to say, yeah, like they shouldn't have been in it. But I said a long time ago, Bruce Arians is one of the best offensive coordinators in the NFL. And he's done it in Indy, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Tampa. And so I think that he is really good at putting his players in advantageous situations based on the opponent, not what they're comfortable with.
Right.
Give me a competent quarterback who can do what I'm telling them to do. Give me smart, intelligent players. That's why he went and loaded up on so many veterans, because they've been in so many different systems. Whatever I call, you guys can execute. Mm-hmm. And so I think that they earned it. I think. But I still think that the Niners can definitely dethrone them.
And I'm not saying they weren't good. I'm just saying I don't think that they were the team that should have been in the Super Bowl. And had we had a normal year, and if we'd have stayed healthy, I think that they wouldn't have been. I think that if we'd have had a healthy team, we would have probably been in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff they were doing, our defense would have shut that shit down. All right, and then last but certainly not least here, Malone asks, what's your favorite flavor, ice cream / gelato? Now, what is the difference?
They're made differently.
Is one like a frozen yogurt? I mean, they're all cold dairy products, right?
It has to do with the cream, ice cream, the way it's done, and then the egg yolks get added to the gelato to make it. It's just different. They're different textures. They freeze different consistencies. They have different flavors, and I would take gelato over ice cream any day of the week. And my favorite is I'm going to butcher this because it's Italian, but it's called stracciatella, which is basically chocolate chip ice cream, vanilla with chocolate chips in it, or chocolate pieces that are flaked off into it.
Okay.
But I actually had it when I was in Italy, and then so it's hard to find good gelato here in America.
Let me ask: does sherbet count?
Well,
probably not, right? Because that's a different.
I think that with the question that he's asking, it probably counts as a category. So if you like sherbet more than ice cream, then roll with that.
I mean, I am all right. So my favorite flavor ice cream. There's this place out here, and they're in New York, some parts of New York, but it's scarce. It's called Halo Farm. And they make the best strawberry ice cream I've ever had in my entire life. And I say that all the time, and I absolutely mean it. It is phenomenal ice cream. And so that's probably my favorite one. Now, what you got me tonight, is that gelato? That stuff that you got me or no? Oh, okay. She said it was sorbet, which is different from sherbet. Oh, fuck this shit.
They're all different, man. It's all
all right.
Different ways of freezing it and different ingredients in there. So, yeah.
Luke asks, anyone know the name of the intro song? All right, Luke. So here's a little
Ecstasy of Gold.
Ecstasy of Gold.
Yep. That was the song you were listening to, the Good, Bad, and the Ugly song. That's where it came from. Was a Western movie called The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, but the song's actually called Ecstasy of Gold.
Oh, wait, what song are you talking about?
The intro song that's on when you have the different players' pictures that are rolling through.
That's not a song. That's an instrumental I took, and then I just added different 49er clips.
It's from The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and
the music you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he wanted to look up the track and like get the song itself.
The song itself is called Ecstasy of Gold.
Gotcha. Okay.
Metallica uses it too for all when they intro onto the stage. That's the only reason I know, because I was a huge Metallica fan when I was young.
Oh, okay.
Younger.
That's the instrumental part of it. Okay.
Right.
And I'm sitting here ready to pat myself on the back, like, yo, I created that. Like, and he's like, it's called. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't name it. All right, cool. Master J says, what up, fam? And this is what I'm going to ask you. How are you doing? What's going on with you, man?
Oh, just excited to get this madness going on again. I had fun last time around. I was I missed I missed one show straight up, and then the one show that I was driving back, I got cut out on because we lost service or whatever. But it was really fun, just interacting with the chat and the different questions that everybody comes up with, and talking about different things that it's not always while we are nothing but Niners, it's nice to get to know each other a little bit more all the time too, especially with the people who are avid followers of the show. Absolutely.
And I am great. I had a phenomenal weekend, not on call for the first time. My daughter's recital, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I haven't posted much because I'm still like on a high from that. It was just really good. So I'm still living the dream over here, man. Still living the dream. Master J doubles up on us. He said, where is Trey McCorkle Fields? Here.
New England, Chicago.
DJ Malone comes back again. Did you guys know Eddie D and Denise afterwards owned an NHL team before that? Yes, it was the Penguins, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
It was a Pennsylvania team. I know that much. Sure. Oh shit, he says it in the hint. It's a team from Pennsylvania.
Right.
Yes. And he says sherbet counts.
Sherbet counts.
Yeah. All right. So if sherbet counts, because I don't like all strawberry ice creams. If sherbet counts, I love Rainbow Sherbet by Jack and Jill, an old company. You can find that ice cream sometimes in Wawa's. If your Wawa has a freezer section. All right. Here we go. Tacos, wings, or pizza. You have to give up one for the next 15 years. Which one are you giving up? This is an easy answer for me.
Well, it's an easy answer for me too, but I know we're gonna have two different ones. So go ahead.
Mine is tacos. Now,
you got enough right here?
Yeah, exactly. Now, we do this thing in my house called taco rice. So yeah. the bed is rice. Mm-hmm. You put the meat, the cheese, the lettuce, the salsa. Now, if I have to give that up, then I'm not. I would give up pizza.
Yeah, the first place they had it in Okinawa when I was stationed out there. It was the first place I ever had taco rice, and I fell in love with it. And I made it when I got back to the States, and everybody's like, why do you do it like that? I said, because it's better. But if I have to give up one thing, it's going to be the wings. I've talked about on the show before, too much work for too little reward, and everybody told me that chicken tenders are not the same. So,
Hey man, I like boneless wings, but there's my kids are like snobs. They're like, I'll order some wings and they'll smell it. Oh, it smells so good, Dad. Can I have some? And I'm like, yeah, here you go. Oh, wait a minute. It's not on the bone. I don't want that. And I'm like, who the hell are you? Like, who raised you kids? So, it's
right. You never hear that from kids. They'd rather have the tenders. They don't have to worry about biting the bone or anything like that. Pause. Ma Deuces asks, best food at a Niners game. I have a confession. I refuse to buy food when I'm at a game. Now, if my son is with me and he wants something, or my wife, like that's different. I'll get them something, but I'm not. I like the tailgate. I like the grill. If I'm like going, like right. When we go to the Eagles game this year, I plan on grilling outside and all that kind of stuff. I also want to walk around, so it's going to be hard. But you buy stuff. You buy the passes in the lots, and you just eat whatever they have, and that's more my style. I don't usually buy food in the stadium, but I have heard that the Niners. I've seen their menu. It's pretty nice. They have some stuff listed, but I don't know what tastes good. So, anything for you? Same thing. I mean, usually when I go in, I don't want to get up from my seat and miss. I mean, I know that when you're at the game, obviously you'll notice for those who have not been, which I hope are very few, but if you've ever been to a professional game, there's plenty of TV timeouts and time to leave, but I just don't like leaving my seat unless so I even refrain from drinking a whole lot so I don't have to go use the restroom. Like I just prefer to stay once I find my seat. So I don't either, but I like, if the park's got hot dogs, I usually go with that route just because it's easy. Popcorn, that kind of, easy stuff.
The 49ers have, if you use the app, you can actually order food to your seat. So that's something that you should check out. If you're interested in the food, you can order it and they bring it to you. Now I'm sure there's probably an upcharge for that.
To be fair, I've never been to Levi's either. I mean, I've been outside of Levi's, but I've never seen a game in Levi's. The last game I went to was in the last season of Stick.
Oh, you joined us late. That's why. Because we got tickets to the home opener that year. Damn, I feel bad, man.
It's all good.
Oh, you were 1 year too late. All right, that's okay. We'll get back there, though. We'll get back there. All right. Well, and that's the question here by Niner Nick 49. Will you guys come out to the West Coast for a game? I'm assuming he means this year. So I'll let you go first.
Well, I live on the West Coast. My intentions this year is to hit 7 games is what I have on my calendar right now, including one of which will be a preseason game. I plan on going and seeing the Chiefs and the Niners play. It's an 8-hour drive for me, so it's easier than it is from the other guys in the crew because you guys are all on the East Coast. But I do, and then everything else is a home game except for I was also planning on the last game of the year down in LA, hitting up the Rams game down there, maybe in conjunction with like a Disney trip or something like that. But yeah.
Nice. I think the Nothing But Niners crew will be there. I don't know if I will personally make it this year, only because I started a new job, and this job does not give you, even though you've earned it, they don't give you any vacation time until you've been employed for a full year. And I started in March. So I don't know if I'm going to make it to any this year, but I'm pretty sure the Nothing But Niners crew will be out there. So I hope that answers the question. Brandon Trejo says, Mike, it was a madness that caused a temporary hiatus from NBN. What is a % chance that happens again? 0. So I had a planned vacation, and we played it up as if it was a riff or a tiff that happened. We tried to make it an April Fool's joke, and it was all planned though, so that won't be happening again. Not this time. So, all right. This is a good question here from Madness Niners. Do you think someone will sign Frank Gore or will he retire?
I think, I'd love to see Frank play more. I would like to see him get to number 2 on that list, all-time rushing. But I just don't know that any team is in a position to need him yet. I think that maybe if we see some injuries, he might show up. Otherwise, I think he's going to kind of fade off into the sunset unless somebody needs him, unless a position opens up.
I think Frank Gore will get signed because he's a veteran that knows what to do and he's good in pass protection. There's always for guys like those, and he's good for 3 yards to carry still. And I'll go on out on the limb and say I think he gets signed before Le'Veon Bell. How's that for a hot take?
That is a good hot take.
Laugh now, cry later. 908 says, do y'all just eat your ice cream plain or do you add stuff to it? I love putting graham crackers on my ice cream and cookies.
If I'm eating ice cream at home, it's usually plain. Because it's usually, like mint chocolate chip or cookie dough or something like that. So it's got to have some stuff in it. So, but if I go to like Cold Stone, I have them mix all kinds of crazy stuff into there, whether it's graham crackers or caramel or Kit Kats or something.
You're talking and my wife is over in the corner going, So the only time I add something to my ice cream, I do this thing where I get butter pecan ice cream and I'll pour cornflakes on top of it. I mean, Frosted Flakes. I'm sorry, you're right.
Frosted Flakes?
But it has to be store brand Frosted Flakes, not the Kellogg's. Kellogg's makes Frosted. Yeah, not the real ones. I like store brand on top of butter pecan ice cream. It's really good. I saw the face. It's really good, man.
It's interesting.
Have you guys ever been to Guam or know where it is?
I have many times.
I would say this guy's been everywhere. Me, no, I have not.
Unfortunately, it's about halfway between the Philippines and Hawaii.
Okay. Will you guys ever raffle the tickets?
The tickets?
I'm pretty sure he meant the tickets. I don't know what tickets he meant though.
Maybe because you said something about winning some, or the team taking care of the crew. 2 years ago.
No. So the Niners have rewarded us with tickets multiple times, but they're not for resale. We can't do that. But once in a while they'll give us some extras, and we'll bring some faithful out with us. So we did that. We did that one year. We did that last year to the NFC Championship game and to the home opener. So we'll try to hook people up as much as possible. And then other raffles, I honestly thought about buying a PlayStation 5 and raffling, like doing a fundraiser, as a raffle. But I'm just not sure if that's a good idea anymore. I just don't know how comfortable people are with something like that, and I don't want to waste the $500 on the system,
Right.
So let me see. Mike, I know we are really close. Any new merch? Anything new in the merch is what he's asking. I don't have anything. I can't say I don't have anything. I am working on some new ideas, but we have to get the website back up and submit the designs and all that stuff again. So I'm not quite sure when that's going to happen. Right now, the focus is to just get the apparel back on the YouTube channel. So that's the focus right now. Will you guys be at the Colts game? Is that what is that? That's not the home opener, is it?
No, it's like week 8 or 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like 2 games after the bye, I think.
Right. I don't think I'll be there.
My plan was to attend that one. That was the one I was trying to get everybody to come to, just because I thought it would be an exciting game. But I don't know what the plan is yet as far as which games we'll be at yet, or even if I go by myself, I don't even know which games for sure. Nothing set in stone. It's too early in summer for that.
Let me see here. It says, do you guys think we should sign a wide receiver 3 like D.D. Westbrook? I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm going to say no. I really want to ride out with the guys that we have here.
Absolutely, and I've made it pretty clear myself that I think that the 6 receivers we roster on this team are already here. It's just about they're going to have the cream has to rise, right? And that's what we got to wait for. That's what training camp's for, to see who that is. I mean, they've already made statements that Sanu, if he comes back looking the way he did in OTAs, that he's going to be a hard guy to beat off. Yeah, pause. Hard guy, person who was going to be difficult to replace on the roster.
Yeah, beat out. That's what you. All right, cool.
Yeah.
What was the first game you guys ever watched in person? I don't know if he wants football or first game in general. The first game I ever went to in person was a hockey game, and it was a Devils game. I don't remember who they were playing. It was actually a school trip. So yeah, that was my first ever live sporting event. Was that my first one, or was it basketball? Damn, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was the school trip though. And then the first football game I ever saw in person was a Giants game I went to with my dad. It was not Giants Niners. It was just the Giants game I went to with my dad. What about you?
My first professional games that I ever got to go to was I think a Dodgers game, actually, when I was stationed in Southern California. I never really got a chance to go to any professional games when I was younger, just because I didn't come from a wealthy family, so that wasn't something that was possible. And then when I was in the military, it was just was never around during football season. It just seemed like so. I think the first Niners game that I went to would have been the last year of the stick. You're on mute.
I said,
I did. I mean, we went and saw my wife and I, because she's a Redskins fan. When we were on the East Coast, we did go to see the Redskins, or excuse me, the football team now, but they were the Redskins at the time. 3 or 4 times we went and saw them. So, but I got to see them before I ever got to see the Niners play live. That's
pretty cool. I've been to that stadium a couple times. The first Niners game I ever watched in person was against the Detroit Lions. Alex Smith was there, and I'll never forget. Lions fans were leaving like the third quarter, and they were only down 1 score. And I'm like, "Where are you guys going?" Like I was legit asking people, like, "Why are y'all leaving already?" And they were like, "You don't know this team the way that we know them. Like they're not going to come back and win this game." And sure enough, they were right, and the offense was struggling really bad too. But they were right. They didn't stand a chance. It was weird. So, all right. We're over 30 minutes, so that's gonna do it. I really wanted to answer this one. Let's just do it because it's the first show we did a 2-minute intro. So let's go over a little bit here. Who's your family arch enemy when it comes to NFL teams?
I'm not sure what they're asking.
My mom is a Cowboys fan, and I hate the Cowboys. Like that is the number one hated team on my list for me.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't like my wife's team was the football team. And realistically, my whole family are Niners fans. My extended family are Seahawks, but that's like long before the bandwagon stuff came along. You know, they just liked them because they were in closer proximity, you know, Oregon to Washington or closer wise. So, you know, a lot of people are Seahawks fans, but I have just always had a disdain for the Cowboys myself. So it's not necessarily a family arch enemy, but it's a team arch enemy for me. I mean, that and then just New England, because I just don't like it when the rich get richer. I don't. Unless it's my team. My team can get rich all day long.
Oh, yeah. Unless it's the Niners. And that is going to do it for our, what do you call the first one? Inaugural? No.
Inaugural.
Okay. Of our inaugural Madness episodes, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully 2 shows. Our regularly scheduled program, where we are going to continue our roster breakdown, and then again at midnight for another 20 to 30 minutes. See you guys soon. Peace.
Mahalo.